dúnkòokò mọ́ yín. SafeSpace connects you with help and support to survivors of violence and child abuse. SafeSpace is confidential, safe, and designed to help you heal. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ amòfin Olúmídé Káyọ̀dé Ọmọṣẹ́bí ní gbogbo ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọjọ́ Thursday ní agogo 6:05 lórí ètò SafeSpace. Lórí ètò SafeSpace, gbígbọ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn yín jẹ wá lógún. Àṣírí yín bò lọ́wọ́ wa. Ìrìn àjò sí ìborí ìlàkàkà yín á bẹ̀rẹ̀. Your safe space to tell your story.
Good evening and welcome to Safe Space on Your Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families. You're welcome this evening. Today is the 11th day in the month of December, and it's currently 7 minutes past 6 o'clock. How are you doing today? How was work at your side? I hope you're doing fantastic all together. It's Thursday again, 6 p.m., and that means we are here for Safe Space, where we get to have conversations that change our perspective about gender-based violence, abuse, and all of those related family domestic issues that we face, that people face on a daily basis, that often go unreported and unspoken about. This is where you get to have a knowledge, so your eyes are opened to realities and how you can avoid certain problems in your home and in your marriage. And of course, I'm here as always with Barrister Olúmídé Káyọ̀dé Ọmọṣẹ́bí. My name is Fiyinfoluwa Akirami. Good evening. Good evening, Barrister.
Good evening, Faye. Awesome to be here. Compliments of the season to you and to our listeners.
Yes, thank you.
I want to thank those of our listeners for tuning in once again to another episode of Safe Space. Last week, I talked about parental consensual rape. This topic is highlighting the importance of the family, especially the fathers. There was a time, I think about 2-3 months, I may have to struggle as an adult is the presence of a father.
Father, yes.
Now, we have an epidemic of child sexual abuse. And one of the pointers, even through the United Nations research, which corroborates our story, is that the presence of a father in the life of their children reduces the risk of the children being sexually abused as minors.
Yes.
And I have dedicated at least the first 2 Thursdays to family talk. The worst thing to happen to a child right now is sexual abuse. And unfortunately, Ogun State comes third in Nigeria in the cases of child sexual abuse, which means that in the whole of Nigeria, Ogun State is number 3.
Yes.
Ogun State is not even cosmopolitan like Lagos State, where people Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba are, you can't, when you get to Lagos, you have people who call themselves Omonile but are from Bayelsa State, because everybody, all tribes, all nationalities are in Lagos. But Ogun State is more conservative. You have more indigenous people, and you find out that these crimes are more indigenous in the rural areas, the same way in the urban areas, the same way in the cosmopolitan areas of Ogun State, having the third highest rate of sexual abuse of children. I want to share a discussion with us before I continue. I want you to listen to this discussion.
Okay.
Good evening, Barrister Olúmídé. I'm one of your listeners on air. I do listen to your program every Saturday from 7 to 9. I listened to the program last 2 weeks and also last week. The conversation was just like I could reflect and also a victim. Like I was abused when I was young, when I was like a baby, when I was a baby, and it's still affecting me up till today. And I was just like, I wish I could even have the chance and the opportunity to also call like others, the other people. Yes, that Saturday, like last week Saturday, but I can't. Even though now I'm going to that, I'm going to tell you the story. Like I want to just since I have like since all my years on earth, I've never told anybody about the story. Like you be the first person for me to tell about the story. Even go me telling you about the story, go I'm still how am I going to say like I've never seen God, but it's affecting me deep down in my life. Like my life being like this is affecting me deep down. But I want to, like let me just voice out. Let me voice out to just someone like let me voice out to someone like this is what happens to me. Maybe even my life will even like change from better. Like I'll just have like maybe my body, my heart will just live like it will maybe the problem like it will just the trauma from childhood. It just leave me or just this is what happened, sir. I was abused as a kid when I was small. I can't say the abuse started at this particular age because this was what happened. I was giving birth to like where we stay is a face mask flat house. Then our neighbor, like beside our neighbor, we are also like they are like family to us. We are from the same village, the same like just the same township. We are like family, sir, and we also attend the same church. So the closeness is like they are like brothers to me. I'm a boy, and the abuse is also from a boy also. Like they're just like family to me. I'm able to. They're just like family to me. This is what happened when I was young, like when I was still a baby then. What I could just people like they are like brothers to me, the way we play together. We play together. What is it like from childhood? Like when I was a little boy. This what I'm talking about, like this boy I'm talking about is like 9 10 years older than me, like from playing with okay, they are playing with us like brothers now. Playing for brothers. When people are not there, playing with my private part, from playing with my private part, I not turn to like me growing up. I was growing up with it like oh, it's a norm, it's a norm. So me, when I'm crawling from walking as a little baby, we have been like we just playing with me, be having sex like as a boy, be having sex because in the first life like there are boys they have lived a weird life, like their mind is poor from childhood, like they have experienced a lot of at that age avoid fun, bad influence, environments, like so they also like they are just bad people. So like it's just bad people. So they are just like spreading the bad to like children. Like so as a kid, we have sex together. Like we have sex together. Then we are is a boy. We have sex together. Like it's not to more. It's in norms. No, those smaller children play. We be playing together in we play together. Or when nobody's there, we are going to be having sex together. From there, touching my penis, touching his own, touching having sex together as a kid. From there, I end up growing up with it. Just yeah, from it's become where from step by step it grows. We watch porn, do different things. We have sex together, like we have sex together, like as a kid. Then we have sex together. Then I would think is enjoyment, like because then my libido, like I was very high. I was like, it was not something like okay, it happened like in a age that oh I have to report to my parents because oh I report my because it was strange to me. It was never strange to me because when it happened it was like when I was still young, a baby. When I was still a baby, like not like we grew in life like I was growing with the abuse, like I was growing with the abuse as if it's a norm. Like we just have sex randomly, like we every like every blessed day. Like people around us don't know. Like see, when I was for like 14 good years, we watch one together. We have sex as a guy. We have sex together for 14 good years in the same environment. Like and nobody know about it. Like and one of the major reasons that this could happen was that like my father was not with us and it was only my mom. So she was the one just taking care of the family and she did not notice anything about it. She did not know anything about it at all. It was my mom that was taking care of us. She would have gone to work, go also like woman, Jama now. She would go and look for what our children is not meant like then she leave us with the guys, the boy. She leave us with the boy like okay, this okay, we are with our neighbors, like they are just like our brothers to us. So if we need anything, they're going to be the ones. They're not only that they are teaching us bad things, exposing our life to exposing us to different bad things, different things. Like where they're just exposing our life. We like I was just like I was going through with like that weird life. I was just me even saying it like this, I can't even express myself because it has affected my life mentally. Like now I'm in my early 20s, it's still affecting me. That period, it's not something like I was not attracted to. I was attracted to guys like rather than me having feelings from young age, from 10, 11, like my libido was high because I've done a lot of things with the guy like that it's not even meant to be my age. Like you're not supposed to have experienced that sort of things at all. My libido is now right now to even be attracted to girls. I'm not even attracted to guys, like fellow guy, like just because of what I have exposed I'm exposed to. I'm not even attracted to guys like I went for 14 good years. 14 good years. But we have to for 14 good years I was like attracted to guys. Like I was even like turning to gay gossip give one. So when things not change was when we changed location. So we have to change location due to some issues. So we have to change location. So those family they left to another line. We also change location. So the family like those people they left to another place. So also we change location. That's when like my life was not I was not trying to battle in all those trauma like those battle maybe I would even change because I'm even like then I'm just attracted to guys like see guys my fellow guy I've been attracted to them even to attracted to ladies is a lie like I won't be attracted to ladies. From there because I was introduced to porn through him like I was introduced to porn through him from very like low age then so from there when we change location when I feel like okay the urge comes to have sex the guy that we have sex together we are no more together so and this location is very like from state to state like location is very and from there I know what is good to what is wrong. So let me try and change, let me control myself, let me stop attracting to girls, let me stop attracting to guys. Okay, I want to change, I want to be a change place because I've known what's good to what is wrong. So I'm just okay, let me change. From then like when we change location, I was now introduced to porn like porn, masturbation, like I would watch anytime the urge come for me to quench the urge, I'll start watching porn then masturbating like from 14 like I'm my early 20s now. From then I'll be battling masturbation was I don't know how I did that but I have killed the urge of okay being attracted to um guys or guys being attracted to guys then I've killed the urge like I've killed the urge but see up till now that I'm talking to you sir I've been battling with masturbation. Like it's not even I know this voice note I'm even saying, but I can't even like what I'm saying because I can't even join it together because like I'm still traumatized about the like I was like I'm still traumatized about the suicide. Like anytime anytime the urge comes, I'll just start to masturbate. I work on a lot and it's affecting me. Even though I'm in my early 20s, I have never had sex with a female before, even though relationship, like girl relationship, like my relationship, it does not even go long. It does not even take, like, does not within how many months it have ended the relationship because I don't even know how to relate to people. It affects my relationship with people, the relationship with guys, the relationship with people. It has affected my life a lot. A lot. It has affected my life a lot. Like, it all just come like, okay, my early twenties, I don't even have a girlfriend. I don't even like, I'm not even in any relationship. I've never had sex with a female person before. Like, it affects my life a lot. Like, I was just like, okay, the and it's for my child. Like, I'll be like, okay, this story, like, I'll be hearing like, okay, if I'm thinking, okay, if I share this story to someone or someone, like, maybe this burden won't be reduced. Like, it won't be like this. It won't be like before in my life. I just like, let me like the person, like, I can share it to because and I cannot actually say all those things really happened just because my father was not available. He was not with us, he was not staying with us, so I was raised by my mom. So everything could only happen because I was raised by my mom, like my.
All right, Madam Faye.
Barrister. God.
Did you hear that?
I heard it. Oh God. This is how we keep raising broken men in our society.
And men are not supposed to talk. Now, let me tell you some of the effects of the child sexual abuse. You know that 90% of child sexual abuse victims know their perpetrator in one way. 81% of them are by family members related by blood or marriage or known persons. And this happens more especially when the fathers are absent in their lives or they are not around or too busy. Some fathers are there, but they are too busy about money, about this, and they neglect their children emotionally and physically. Now, 1 in every 5 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 12. 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually abused before the age of 18. And the effects are devastating on the children as adults. Now, the major issues children will face as adults when they have been sexually abused is that they are 3 times more likely to experience major depression as adults. They are 4 times more likely to develop symptoms of drug and substance abuse as adults because they go into drugs and substances to help make them control or forget or handle the trauma. Now, they are 11 times more likely to commit violent crimes or engage in criminal activities as adults, as almost 70% of women in prison were sexually abused as children. Now, these victims are also more likely to have failed marriages.
That's true.
Much more likely to have failed marriages. In fact, over 48% of women in failed marriages were sexually abused as children. Now, they are more prone to bipolar disorders and sexual variations. Now, the United Nations, in their own UNICEF portals, they said 80% of 21-year-olds who were abused as children met the criteria for at least one psychological disorder. Victims are 4 times more likely to suffer post-traumatic stress disorder as adults. And the worst part is that victims are more likely to have thoughts of suicide, sleeping disorders, eating disorders,
Yes.
anxiety and isolation as adults. Now, all this on a child before he even has the opportunity to grow as an adult, his life is already dissected into that of a casualty. Now, my issue here is that there is a difference between a husband and a father. A lot of people marry husbands. You know, anything can be a husband. A
Of
husband is
course.
to enjoy the bliss of marriage and also to have sexual intercourse. Fathers are the ones that raise children. Husbands are the ones that are the cause of the pregnancy. So I tell women that stop reproducing for husbands, find a father, a man that is responsible. A lot of times the man is not even taking care of the first child. You're giving him a second child. He's not taking care of the first child, you give him a second child. He's not even taking care of the first and second child, you are giving him a third child. The risk of you giving him children is the risk of having damaged children, because he would not be responsible in their lives to guide, to protect, and this exposes them to things like teen pregnancy. We have a 13-year-old who is pregnant for another 13-year-old.
13.
Yes. Both of them are 13, they're in the same class. And the girl is... So how would the police move in to arrest a minor for rape? You know that anything, a person under 18 cannot give legal consent for sex. So no matter what, the moment you touch a child, it is statutory rape. But here is the problem. Where are the fathers? The job of a woman is to birth and to nurture a child till 3. By the time the child is 2.5, 3 years old, you are to hand over to the father for training.
Yes.
It is the father's job to train and raise a child. It is not the mother's job. A lot responsible, or the method of your conception was by coercion. Some of them were raped. Some of them went to visit someone who forced themselves on someone. And some of them were in love with someone who lied to them. They got pregnant and the person left them. Some of them got pregnant out of their own foolishness. Whichever way, it takes 2 to give birth to a child. Let fathers go back and see what the absence of... there's natural law. If you look at the animal kingdom, it is the fathers that teach the young ones how to hunt, with some exceptions. It is the fathers, the male, that teaches the cubs, the offspring, how to hunt. With some exceptions, like the family of the lion, the lionesses.
Yes.
You know, the job of the lion is to protect the pride, everybody, both mother and child. And then the mothers do the smaller things, like they go to hunt, where the cubs will watch and see how it is. But when the animal is big, the lion leads the hunt.
Yes.
And the cubs follow. There is a natural order in the animal kingdom. As animals evolve, it seems human beings are devolving, leaving their responsibilities to who? I think that today I would stop talking about this child sexual abuse and its consequences. I think I have hammered on it enough times to see. Now, Faith, have you noticed something? I want to bring out a very important point here.
Okay.
Finny, did you notice? Do you notice that this boy almost became homosexual?
Yes, yes.
Now, when a boy or a man comes out as a homosexual, they say he has a spiritual problem, that he needs deliverance. Do you see that this was not by the work of a demon? It was because he was sexually raped
as a child
by another man. Not that it was demonic possession, not that it was spiritual imbalance. But here, they just take him to church and start doing deliverance. They start pouring anointing oil. But they did not know that the child was raped as
there
a
is
child.
always a foundational problem that we ignore.
Exactly. They would have said this, and you know this gentleman, I am the first person he told. He said he has not been able to tell anybody. And that's how you look at a handsome, decent young man, and you say, this man is, but you don't know that he's a damaged young man. And it wasn't demonic possession. It wasn't a spiritual problem. He was made this way and is fighting himself to become a normal man. Again, without the influence of a father. And he chose to come to me.
Oh, God.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That each time we bring about the same-sex issue, the moment anybody tells you that I'm struggling with an inordinate affection, it's as if I'm finding men. I'm a man and I'm tending towards men. I'm a woman and I'm tending towards women. No, it's the devil, it's a demon, it is this, it is that. They don't know that men are raped. It is called sodomy. Men are raped by men, and women are also raped by women. In Benin, the police command arrested a woman who raped her own 9-month-old baby anally and also through the vagina. Both ways. She raped her own child before the child was 1 year old.
What could make her do that?
And she recorded it on video. Each time she kept doing it until the father of the child came to take the child for an outing and saw what was not supposed to be there. Because it had enlarged. And he took her to the hospital. When they said this, straight away he asked the child, and the child was mommy, and he went to the police. In fact, there's another one who also was on TikTok. So when you are talking, when a mother, a sister, a cousin who is female had been on this baby girl, and then a man had been on another baby boy, you can see where the tendencies for homosexuality and lesbianism may be influenced from. Maybe you push the child because that is the only sexual experience. His introduction was to the same sex.
But the fact that there is no, it doesn't look like this is ending anytime soon. It doesn't look like there's going to be a point where all of this is going to stop happening. It's really disheartening. Because this young man, just like every single person, has dreams, has ambitions, has great promises, has great things that he wants to do with his life. But this current situation that he has found himself in would be some form of restriction. For him mentally, psychologically, he can't even function to do certain things sometimes. Not even talk of doing all the things that he plans to do. And that's how people get wasted. People waste away all the time. People who have dreams, people who have visions, people who are meant to do great things in life just waste away just like that because of what some people have decided to do to them. It's really sad. Parents, everybody should, if you are capable of, if you want to give birth to children, have it at the back of your mind that you are meant to train them. Please and please, train these children. Train these children for the love of God, because it's really sad that they didn't call themselves to the world. Imagine it. He said the abuse started when he was very young. So I'm
He
guessing
said
maybe
a
like
baby.
2,
He
3
said
years.
I was a baby. He said I was a baby.
Where was his parents? All those years and nobody noticed anything.
And he went on for 14 years.
14 good years. Even if you were going to work, I'm not a parent. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it is like. But going to work, you go to work every day. Okay, we agree that you are always at work and everything. At least you come back home at some point. Do you not have conversations with them? Do you not bait for them? For a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, do you allow him bait himself? For you not to have noticed anything at all? If we want to have children, let us stay with them. Be there, be present in their lives. That's why I keep saying it, Barrister. Don't have more than you can handle. You have no business having 4, 5, 6 children if you cannot even raise one appropriately. Why are you having multiple children for the love of God? These children are human beings too. They have lives to live. They have emotions. They have dreams. You just messed up the guy's life for nothing. You just messed up his life. He had great plans. He had great things that he would have done, if not for this condition that he has found himself in. Now he's struggling to come out of it, not to be homosexual, not to be this, not to be that, consistently struggling. The amount of low self-esteem you would have to encounter, the amount of emotional abuse you have to encounter because of this issue. How will he even focus on being a great person in life like this if he doesn't find healing or help with this current situation that he has found himself in? Parents, please.
It's very interesting that I am battling with currently with what I have termed as parental consensual rape. That is, even when the parents find out that this child has been, when they now see the person who, the perpetrator, the abuser, the person who actually did, and they now find that they are related by blood, by marriage, or it is a known person, they would now
keep quiet.
No, we don't want a case. They, instead of fighting for their children,
can you imagine?
They now start fighting for the perpetrator, killing the case, telling no, we don't. In fact, one swore now affidavit to the police station that she doesn't want the case to go. She doesn't want to prosecute the case, and that was when I picked up her matter.
It's worth speaking up, because you would rather let your child's life be destroyed than your reputation.
Had her as an accessory to the crime after the fact.
Of course.
We must come to a place, Finn, where we know it is our duty to defend our offspring. It is our duty to fight for because they are the future. And these same children now, you will come and sit down on their wedding day and say you want to collect white. You want to. You understand? And then their abuser too would now be on that wedding day because he's also related to you and share part of the bridal list.
God.
And come and sit down, and on her wedding day she'll be looking at that same uncle who thought she has forgotten how she destroyed her life, damaged her. Because the first sexual encounter was that of pain, was that of force, was not ordinary, was against the normal course of nature. Let me stop here.
Okay. If you'd like to join the conversation this evening, you have one or two things you want to share, or maybe you have questions. You can do also call us, or you want to ask Barrister questions, you can do also call us on 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. The number is 07000 917 917. If you have questions, you have contributions, you want to share your thoughts on the subject this evening, you can call us or send us a WhatsApp message on 08155 917 917 07000 917 917. I think more than ever before, it is needed to start to train parents or soon to be parents or soon to be married couples what it means to be a parent, because it looks like many people do not understand the concept of parenting. We all just want to have offspring. We just want to have children to our name and say, oh, she's not barren, he's not barren, they have a child. But we don't, many people do not understand the responsibilities that is attached to being a parent. A lot of people just want to be parents for the fun of it. You don't understand what it means to actually be a parent. So if there is a way to train people, to teach people what parenting really means, it is beyond feeding the child. It is beyond sending the child to school. It is beyond that. It is beyond getting them books. Some parents don't even do that. Some parents don't even send their kids to school or even do that. And that's even a problem. But beyond all of that, there is a need for every single parent to be aware that every child has an emotional need. Every child has a psychological need. You need to be vigilant, be observant of your children that are around you. They live with you. Be observant of them. I know that it's not easy. It's not easy for a parent who is going to look for food, going to look for shelter for these same children, for this same family, to still come back. And okay, we have a call. Hello, good evening. Hello? All right, the number still remains 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. If you'd like to give your thoughts, you want to share your contributions this evening on the subject matter, you want to ask questions, you want to ask barrister questions, you can call us as well. The number is 07000 917 917. Let me know what your thoughts are concerning the matter this evening and what your questions that you have for barrister as well. 07000 917 917. This is a call to parents, to guardians, everybody. Please, please, please. If there's any child around you, build a kind of relationship where they can tell you, oh, this uncle did this and that to me. Because if they keep it to themselves and it continues, their lives because you see a child who is naturally brilliant in school, very bright child, doing excellent. The moment they start experiencing sexual abuse, the child just becomes dull, just there, uninterested in social activities, uninterested in anything.
Unable to focus.
To concentrate, to do anything meaningful anymore. So what's the point?
You know, you see a child that was the life of the class, the life of the party, suddenly become withdrawn, doesn't talk much.
God have mercy.
A brilliant child just suddenly starts not doing well in class, starts failing. These are pointers.
Hello.
They are.
There's something wrong.
Okay, we have another call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good evening. You're welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes. Am I from Code? Please, I didn't get barrister only this number where last week. 0909. I did not get the remaining one, please.
Oh, okay. We'll call it again before the end of the show this evening.
Okay. God bless you. God bless.
Thank you, Ariel. All right. All right, Barista, would you like to call your numbers now?
Okay, let me go ahead. My number is 0909. I'll start again. 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942.
All right. 0909 3214 942. To call Barrister, you want to ask questions, you want to share your thoughts, or you just want to ask questions, but majorly for asking questions, or if you need help with anything, majorly, please do well to reach out to Barrister to ask your questions and to get your help. At the end, I'm just praying that every child is safe out there, because they're not even safe with family members.
I think it was about a year and a half ago, about a year and a half ago, that
Yes.
I got to know that a 10-year-old girl could get pregnant.
Aha! Wow.
Yes, I didn't. I thought maybe
Okay. Yeah. If she's ovulating, yes, she can.
I thought menstruation was like 12, 13.
It's not like that anymore. I think 9 years now.
10, yes.
Yeah.
But we had about 3 10-year-olds pregnant.
Jesus Christ.
Last year, we also took delivery of a child by a minor, a 13-year-old. We took another one that was for her stepfather. We had another one for 2 other family members. We have about 2 13-year-olds that were HIV positive. So for them to be HIV positive, it meant that the sexual abuse must have started when they were 9.
9.
Yes, because HIV is not something that just catches you like other sexually transmitted diseases. It incubates in your body for a while. So that means she must. And then, we found that it was her uncle, her father's younger brother, who would come to Lagos to clear his container and then go back. But he knew he was HIV positive and had been taking the drugs.
Why? So why did he think it was right
But,
to do that to a child?
he was now doing it to a child, knowing him and his brother's child.
So they behave like evil spirits sometimes. Because I don't understand what's the logic behind that.
So it's just to tell you that in almost 81% of child sexual abusers are related to you, either by marriage or by blood. Now, what do you need to do? The first thing you need to do to a child is sex education. That is telling your child that you see your breasts, your bum, and your vagina, anyone that touches you there, they are private.
Hello.
We have a call, barrister. Hello, good evening. Must be seriously wrong, yeah.
It was seriously wrong somewhere. Not a problem.
Yes.
So we need to teach our children sex education and make them able to talk to us. Some of us are just too. During my last program, a lot of people said their parents were harsh, so they couldn't tell them. Others, their parents it was a religious household and things like sex, and you can't say it.
You can't say it.
Not to talk of that it has already happened to you, so they keep quiet. You just build a fence. Parents at times build a fence around their children, that their children can't tell them this word is too unholy, is on scripture. You just, and some parents would even flog the children to silence, those that spoke up. And you want to spoil my marriage, because how do you tell the father that his younger brother raped? And say no, they will blame the child. They will blame the child. We have a case where it was the daughter came to do an exam in the East. He went to do an exam in the East, and in the family of the father's sister.
Yes.
So when there was nobody in the house, she was in the house with her own cousin. That's her father's younger sister's son.
Yeah.
While they were watching the movie, she fell asleep, and then she started feeling something rubbing her thighs. And she woke up and saw her cousin rubbing up himself on her thighs. And she pushed him and said, "What's wrong with you?" And that was where the man held that down. They fought, and it was so bad that he stripped himself naked and was trying to. They fought. He was screaming, and eventually the whole thing it wasn't possible. The next morning she took flight to Lagos State. Like, she didn't even sit to finish the exams. She took flight to Lagos State, told her mom, and when her mom told her dad, the dad didn't say anything.
Oh, God have mercy.
Didn't say anything. It was the mother that said, "You are not." So the mother now spoke, and the entire family of her husband turned against her. That we told her to follow. The father's younger sister said, "I told her to follow me to church. If she had followed me to church now, this would not have happened.
Is that the reason why it should rape
That
her?
is it. I said I'm going to church. Oh, she didn't follow me. Now, if she had
Can you
followed me, this
imagine?
wouldn't have happened. And that was it. That was it. They took the total blame away from the boy who tried to rape his own
So
cousin.
the boy successfully does it to another child. That's how they will keep quiet and keep pushing the blame.
Yeah, but very soon, the thing about it is it will be done to someone, and it's either he will be stoned to death or he will go to prison.
Yes.
This is where the family, instead of admitting there's a problem, will try to now hide the problem because we are related by blood.
Hey, this world, God to just have mercy, because nowhere seems to be safe. Nowhere.
It is actually, let's say, if we just pray that our family, you see, everything dissolves to the family. Everything is just a family. Everything points back to the family.
Yes.
Aristotle, one of the old philosophers, he said, give me a boy and I will show you the man. Everything is, even the father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, said everything traces back to the boy. That means to how he was when he was younger.
Yes.
The childhood trauma, the childhood experience is what forms the character of a man. Because it is the same boy that grows to become a man. The only difference is the passage of time. So I think today I see that you have turned red.
It's sad. It's painful that these children are young, they are innocent, they are kind and loving, and seeing that they keep coming into this world and adults who are meant to protect them are the ones opening them up to damage, abuse, bastardizing their lives at a very young age. Imagine a 13-year-old going through HIV. She would carry it for the rest of her life. She knew nothing about it. A 10-year-old being pregnant, she knew nothing about it. You just dumped problems on children's lives. People who are supposed to be great in future, people who are supposed to have a straight direction in life, you just messed up their life. I don't know how you as an adult would grow up and you're very comfortable doing that to a child. What is going on in your head? What is really going on in your mind to say this small girl? I don't get it, barrister. I think that's why they would say it's more of a spiritual problem, because how would you be in your right senses and think that a young girl is your next victim? Why? If you're in a family and you know somebody doing this, don't cover them up. Please, don't cover them up. If you keep quiet, you are part of the crime. Don't keep quiet. Don't let the lives of innocent children go to waste because you decide to protect him, because he's your brother, because he's your best friend. Don't keep quiet. Please. We have enough of broken children out there. There is almost nobody to heal them. There is almost, how many NGOs or how many organizations do we want to have? There are lots of children who are broken on a daily. How many do you want to fight for justice? How many people would their cases come to court? It's not all of them that would hear of. It's not all of them that their cases will be brought to court or will even get justice.
Thank you so much, Faye. May somebody hear your voice, and may somebody hear your appeal, and may they listen to you.
Well. I think this is where we say goodbye on SafeSpace this evening. Join us next week Thursday by 6 p.m. till 7 on Women Radio 91.7, Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families. And if you would like to reach out to Barrister, the number is 0909-3214 942 0909 to ask your questions or share your thoughts and your boardings with Barrister altogether. Thank you so much, Barrister, for joining us this evening as always.
Thank you so much, me. Always good to be here. Well
Yes.
done. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Barrister. Till next
All
week,
right.
by the grace of God, my name is Finfolua Akiremi. Enjoy the rest of your evening. By 8 p.m., we have adult conversations. Bye for now.